Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold on, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Hopefully, you guys are all having a happy Sunday. Hopefully, everything is going well out there for you guys. Keeping it positive. Also, for those of y'all who are watching from other necks of the woods, good afternoon and good evening. Because I know a lot of us have been watching this and keeping our eyes on this particular story like crazy. Because, of course, this one's really tugging at a lot of people's heartstrings, including myself. Around this particular story of this young woman, 18-year-old Naomi Irion, that was abducted just a few weeks ago. Now, there has been some new developments as of the past 48 hours. After I had Diana Irion on the show, there was some big news that happened literally like while we were taping, while we were live. And then 10 minutes after we were live, they put out a press release saying that they have a suspect in custody, which is pretty wild. And it's very exciting developing news. And of course, we did a big deep dive on this particular individual by the name of Troy Driver. Interesting individual, let's just say that, and quite an interesting past. But we got to get into some things. I got somebody very special. She's been on the show a couple days ago. Now she's back again. We have Diana Irion on the show. So I'm going to be bringing her on here very, very shortly. But we got to get into the nitty gritty. We got to do the things we got to do first, which is, first off, please hit that like button down below. Do not forget to hit that like button down below. And please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Crush it. Make it shake the very foundation of your private domicile. Okay? That would really mean a lot. Okay? Anyway, we got to get into this. And of course, I do also have shout out to all the Grizzlies that are in the chat right now. I do have Grizzly True Crime coming onto the show here very, very shortly to chop it up with us as well. So without further ado, we got to get into some things. Now, we already know some things that have already been kind of popping off right now. One, there is a suspect in custody and a truck that they have impounded that matches the description of the truck that drove off when they abandoned Naomi's car off in a parking lot. Now, it's very interesting. Troy Driver is the owner of that truck from what we have gathered so far. And of course, there's some more developing news. They just did a search yesterday. Hopefully, there's some good news with that. So I want to bring on this wonderful human being. So please welcome Diana Irion to the show. Hello. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hello, Pascal. Thank you for having us. Thank you for your kind words. You're such a sweet man, and I really appreciate your care and consideration of our family and how gentle you are with us. Many people have been commenting on your gentle, loving nature and how they really thought that of all the people that had interviewed me, you were the most caring and gentle with me. And I just really appreciate you for that.
Well, I appreciate you saying that to me. It really does mean a lot. And of course, we all just want the same thing. We all have the same goal, is to bring your daughter home.
That's right.
With this story, when I first started talking about this, because a lot of other channels have been talking about this as well. It just grabbed me, just like any other missing person case. It just really it's emotional. It's a visceral reaction for me, and I want to do as much as I can to bring her and many other people home.
I just love you for that.
I appreciate that, and I love you for coming onto this channel again. To be here, and maybe this time you'll get another text message and you'll tell me this time.
I will tell you whatever they allow me to tell you.
Exactly. That's fair. That's totally fair. Actually, we should talk about that really quick before we go into everything. Obviously, there was a time that you were on the show, and there was a moment that happened. I have to pull it up. I do have to pull it up because
I've seen it so many times on the
I
news
know.
in the last 48 hours.
It's
Crazy.
crazy. It's crazy, right? We made the news.
You have gone nationwide, sir.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But all for the good, right? All for a good cause,
Right.
and
It's all about getting Naomi attention
exactly.
so that we can find that person who knows where she is.
You said it. Thank you. Exactly. But I have to ask you, because I'm gonna show the video right quick, because there is a part of me that's wondering, was this really the moment that this happened? Is this really the moment right here? I'm not going to play the audio, but this was obviously broadcast from a news channel, KRNV news in Nevada. They put this out, and they were just basically narrating over me talking, and I'm going, okay, wow, this is is this the moment that really happened for real, where you
Yes.
got the information about Troy Driver?
That's the exact moment that I got the text message that he was in custody. I didn't know his name yet, but they told me they had a suspect in custody and had impounded his truck. And I was not to say anything until the public press release came out, which is why I couldn't tell you, even though I really wanted to.
I know you did. Because I know when I saw later on, because your doorbell was ringing, people were knocking on the door.
That was my family trying to get to me because
Right.
they knew I was going to break down, which I did as soon as I got off video with you.
Mm-hmm.
We all held each other and we were all crying in each other's arms. It's crazy to see big, strong, tough men. All of my men are well over 6 feet tall. My husband's 6'5". My oldest son is 6'4". My son-in-law is 6'2". And they're big, tough guys.
That's what's
and
up.
we were all in a big family huddle, just sobbing.
Oh, I bet. There, and actually, I wouldn't be slouching in your family, so that's kind of nice to know. I wouldn't be looking down. I'm 6'4", so
you fit right in.
Yeah, I'd fit right in.
I'm the smallest.
Wow, how tall are you?
5'5".
Oh yeah, you're small. Wow.
What can I say?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's short to me. I mean, that's just
Right.
my personal opinion. Okay, everybody's short unless they are taller than me. You're still short to me.
Right.
Like your husband and your sons and other members of your family that are 6 foot plus. I'm like, that's
And Naomi is almost 6 foot as well.
Yes, I know that, and that's wild too. She's a very tall woman as well.
Yeah.
So getting to her, right? Okay,
Mhm.
so you got this guy, Troy Driver. I know
Right.
that I know that it's the name we dare not speak of, but we do have to talk about him.
We do.
And I have a bunch of questions to ask you about
Okay, fire away.
a particular man. All right. So number one, is there any connection to her at all? Did she know? Is it possible that she might have known this individual beforehand?
I don't believe so. She never mentioned anybody named Troy to me or any family members that I'm aware of. She never mentioned an older man in her life to any of us. If she was in contact with him, maybe online, then he must have used a fake name, age, picture. And that's something for law enforcement to figure out because they have access to all of her social media and dating accounts. So they're going to have to figure that out. I have no idea.
Yeah, because I keep wondering about the dating site stuff, right? Because obviously I've heard sock puppet accounts. I've never heard that before in my life.
That sounds disgusting.
Yeah, it sounds weird, right? It sounds kind of gross, but it made me think of because I learned that on Grizzly True Crime. So shout out to that channel. But she said something about sock puppet accounts. I call it catfishing accounts. That's what I call it. Just a true catfish. So when it comes to those certain accounts, how much have they done as far as diving into her social media accounts and just seeing if there's possible anybody in there that's trying to finesse her?
A lot.
Is there anything can you expand on that a little bit, possibly?
No. Sorry. I wish I could tell you. Number one, they're not sharing that information with me. Number two, I couldn't tell you if I knew.
Right. Right.
because it's all evidence in the case, and law enforcement, the FBI, and the other federal agencies that are involved, their number one goal is to keep Naomi safe, whatever her situation is.
Mhm.
And they don't want to reveal too much until we have her safe.
Gotcha. And I totally understand that. I get that a lot of things are going to be played close to the chest because
Yeah.
a lot of us can get a little wild with our theories.
Right. And we don't want people running around
Intuition.
armed trying to play law enforcement and maybe hurting somebody that's not guilty.
Right.
I don't want anybody who's not involved to get into trouble, because, Naomi and I are of one mind about being justice seekers. We want justice, but we don't want injustice.
Absolutely. And you know what? And I really commend you guys for that, for saying that, or having that kind of thought in your mind, because some people just want to lay everything to waste
Right.
just to save that person, or just in the name of justice, and they don't care who is in the way.
Right.
And that can ruin a lot of people's lives and all that. So I do appreciate you saying that. But now that you said that, though, I have to ask you these questions. Okay.
Okay.
So with all due respect, I'm just gonna ask them. So as far as the interrogation with this Troy driver character, is there anything that you can tell us as far as like what's been going on in that investigation?
They haven't told me a thing, which has got me
Really?
super frustrated.
Wow. Not a
I would like to know how the interrogation is going. I really would.
Wow.
I want to know what he's telling them, but they're not telling me.
Because I see Len Street, shout out to Len Street. Thank you so much for the comment. Yeah. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I want to know that too.
So you don't
if
know
they could
if
just tell me, is he talking, yes or no?
Yeah.
That would be something to hold on to. But they're not even telling us that, which is a little frustrating. And I understand why they have to do that, because of legal things and protecting Naomi and their case and all that stuff. I get it, but it's still incredibly frustrating.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So hard 41 Tater Boy.
Oh, man. Okay, Pascal, I am 54.
That's a hard 41. I'm sorry. You're how old?
54.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe it. But that man is 40.
41. Yeah.
So hard. Everyone, we all been
you made me giggle when you said it that way.
Horde 41.
And when you go, it makes me giggle too.
Well, I'm glad I could bring some lightness to your life right now. Okay.
Thank you.
So this hard 41 Tater Boy, okay? Yeah. Horde 41.
Yeah.
So you don't know if he's talking. You don't know it. Is he at least putting his finger on a map somewhere? Is he at least, you know what I'm saying? Is there anything of that sort going on here?
I wish I knew. Man, Pascal, this is like the waiting and the not knowing is so hard.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the vocabulary to express how hard it is to just wait and not know.
Yeah.
Whether it's positive or negative. I just need to know something, anything, just to have that to hold on to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do find it interesting that you found out, like, you were live on the show with me, of course, but yes. regardless if you were on the show or not, you were there, you found out that they had a suspect, but then the very next day, yesterday, you guys went on a search,
right,
to look for her,
right. Well, it wasn't necessarily to look for her, is to look for evidence of her.
Gotcha. So it wasn't because I was going to say there wasn't any sort of hint in pointing in some sort of direction here, or was this all just kind of shooting from the hip, just kind of a random?
Yeah. We're just so what the searchers are doing is they have the area mapped of likely places where this person, the alleged kidnapper, Troy Driver of Fallon, Nevada, where he might have gone, and possibly between the Walmart and any place where he might go. So they've got it all on a map, and they're doing a very careful grid search, inch by inch. Everyone's walking on foot. They're within arm distance of each other, and they're very carefully walking slowly, sweeping back and forth. And then every 10 steps, they turn around and look behind them, sweep the area. And then anything that they find, they put a flag, take a picture, and call law enforcement to come out and look at it. And to my knowledge, there was only one thing that they felt might have been flaggable and law enforcement called. And I'm not sure what that thing was, but I was told that they found one thing that they weren't sure if it was relevant or not, but they did flag it and called law enforcement to come out and look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't know what it was, but
what area?
They'll tell us eventually.
Do you know what area this was? Where they found this possible piece of evidence?
You know what, Pascal? I have a very big fault. I could get lost in my own house. I don't know which way is which.
Okay.
And I lose my car in the parking lot because I can't remember which door it went in. Right. So I'm sorry.
Well, it's also, you don't live in Nevada. You don't live in that area. So, your sense of direction might be a little askew, right?
A little?
A lotta. How's that?
A lotta.
Yeah. A whole lotta. I understand that.
You got that
so
right.
I get that. Can you tell us what the possible piece of evidence is? Do you know it all? Maybe
I don't. I wish I did, but okay. All I know is that they found it, they flagged it, and a sheriff came out and looked at it. A sheriff's deputy came out and looked at it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Now, I don't know where it went from there.
Okay. All right. Now we did talk right a few seconds before we went live. Yep. And I asked you how things are going, and you said you have that there is some things are looking in a better light.
All I was told this morning is that I was told this morning there's been something positive. They can't tell me what, where, when, how, why, or who, but something positive. That's all I know.
Okay, something positive. Wait, is that the phone ringing? I'm just making sure.
No,
I'm just playing. No, you didn't get a text. Nothing yet so far. I'm just saying, not right now. I'm hopeful.
No.
Hopeful. You don't understand.
I really wish. I've got all my volumes turned up loud. You'll hear it.
Oh, I bet you do. And are you near the front door now this time?
No, I'm just on the opposite side of the table I was using last time.
Okay. So, okay. All right. Fair enough.
It's about a foot and a half closer to the door, which is that way.
Fair enough. So, okay. We got to go back into Troy. Okay. So obviously you don't know if your daughter knew, if Naomi knew Troy at all. I know that he worked at a place that was about 5 minutes away from her factory.
Actually, let's correct that record.
Oh, please.
Okay, because Panasonic has 2 locations in the Reno Sparks area. Mm-hmm. The business office that has like the HR and all of that stuff is the one that's closest to this person's place of employment. Mm-hmm. The factory where Naomi worked is much further away. Now, as far as where exactly, no map girl. I don't know. But I know that there are 2 locations for Panasonic. One is like the businessy, hiring kind of end of things, and the other location is the much bigger one that they share the same complex with Tesla. It's very big.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's a correction. So how far? Okay. So then if it's not 5 minutes away, for example, how much further is it then? If you mind me asking.
I think it's quite some distance.
Because if you really think about it, if his job or if the construction site or whatever he was at was only 5 minutes away, that would make more sense of it being just kind of happenstance,
Right.
But if it was something that was they're 30 minutes apart and suddenly he just happens to be in this parking lot at the right time in the right location where Naomi is, it just seems a little planned, right?
Yeah, I wish I could say that I think that that's true, because I really don't think that's true.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I would like to find some sort of reason why.
Yeah.
Why would some 41-year-old man take an 18-year-old innocent girl? Why? I need to know why. I do. I want to know why, because this is just about the most evil thing that someone can do. And whatever he has done with her, my number one fear all day yesterday, and I was just crying all day, is that he stashed her somewhere out in the desert, being held captive, possibly in, bonds of some kind.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
My number one fear, I have no proof of this. This is just a mama's heart fear, because
Right.
I'm worried and terrified and scared, is that he stashed her out in the desert somewhere. And she's all alone because now he's in custody. And if he was taking her water and food, and now she doesn't have that, because possibly he's the only person that knows where she is, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the desert. It's hot during the day and it's freezing at night. And if she has nobody to care for her, to bring her food and water, we're running out of time, Pascal. A person can't last that long in those conditions. Discounting any sort of injury she had before that. If she was still perfectly whole and healthy, as of him being taken into custody, then we have very little time left before her time runs out. It's the desert, Pascal. It's the desert.
Yeah.
And I'm so scared that that's what's happened. I don't know, but I'm scared of that.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I really do hope that you're wrong.
Me too. Me too.
In the sake of Naomi, I hope that you're wrong.
Me too.
I hope that if she was stashed or put away somewhere in the desert, God forbid I say this, I'm sorry for saying it like this, but they moved her somewhere else to a little bit more controlled environment. I hope that's the case,
Me too.
But I think that's the way we should keep thinking that way. I know the worst case scenario, of course, you have to, as a mother, you have to do the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
But
especially at night when I'm trying to sleep, but not.
Absolutely.
That's where my brain goes.
Absolutely, of course. I mean, the imagination runs wild. Even the least creative people, the least imaginative people in the world, if they lose someone that they love, their imagination is going to go wild. They're going to get very creative. But yeah. I will say this so that you keep your mind forward and keep thinking positive. Don't think that. I know of course, you need to put that out there, right, so that people look for her, and there's toot sweet, post haste. Let's go and find her.
Right now, we have to find her.
But I do still feel like she is still safe. She is somewhere. She's obviously not safe, but she is somewhere. But not. I just feel that in my bones. But I'm hoping that your feelings are not right. Right. I hope that she's somewhere in a safer place. But just stay strong.
From your lips to God's ears.
Right. We're all here for you. We are all rooting for her to come home as soon as possible. How have you been sleeping, by the way? You mentioned it a little bit. I'm just curious how you've been sleeping.
I think my record is 3.5 hours. That's the most I've gotten in since we found out that she was taken. Mm-hmm. Unless the doctor forces me to take a sleeping med, right, which that happened one night, and I think I got 6 hours, but it wasn't good sleep. I was awake, asleep, nightmare, awake, asleep, nightmare kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But it was I don't want to take those anymore because number one, I could get a phone call in the middle of the night and I need to be alert and ready to jump in the car and go.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Number two, the
yeah.
sleep I get from those is not quality anyway. So there's no point.
No, it's not natural sleep, right?
No.
It's not real. It's not real sleep. It's synthetic sleep.
Yesterday, a friend of mine, I wasn't able to stay at the search because I have 2 little children that are special needs. They're visually impaired. They're on the spectrum, and they weren't able to stay at the search. Yeah. So I came home with them, and a friend came back with me. A friend, actually, the elder's wife of our local church congregation came, and she forced me to eat, and then she forced me to lie down and rest, which I think I got maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But, I need people around me like that because, she's a stable grandmotherly type and she was playing with the children and they were having a good time. And while mama was freaking out. So it was good.
It sounds like that's what they needed. And it sounds like
exactly
that's a good support system, especially right now where you're so focused on Naomi.
Right.
Speaking of family, how's the rest of the family doing? How's Casey doing? How's everybody doing right now?
Casey, he's a big, strong, tough Navy veteran.
Right on.
But he sobs in my arms every day.
Yeah.
And when I tell him, I look him in the eye and I say, Casey, you're doing an amazing job of trying to find Naomi. And I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you. I can see him going from like this to like this, And so I try to emphasize to him how proud I am of the work that he's doing, what an amazing man he is, because he is so riddled with guilt and he's just beating himself up about this because he's her big brother and she lives with him and he feels responsible for what's happened because that's the kind of guy he is. He feels responsible. He's like me. I should have a t-shirt that says, don't worry, I already feel guilty about it.
Right.
Because we do. And Casey has taken that and his guilt is incredible and it's just weighing so heavy on him.
Yeah.
And I make sure that I tell him, you're not responsible. It's not your fault. This happened to her because of this man, allegedly. It's his fault. He's doing amazing things. He really is.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And he's working very closely with law enforcement. Today he's off with them doing something. So he's working so hard to get Naomi back to us. And I'm so proud of him. And then Tamara, she's Casey's full sister. They're both from my previous marriage.
Okay.
That was really bad and abusive, which I got out of as fast as I could.
Thank God.
Yeah. So she's a very delicate health-wise. She has a very serious health condition. Okay. And she has been working from dawn until midnight on social media, trying to get this story out and keep the record straight, keep only the facts out and not all the crazy speculation. She works so hard. And, there are some times that she just breaks down. And if you don't see her on social media, it's because she has reached that point where she's broken and we have to take time to put her back together. So that she can get back to helping to find Naomi on the social media aspect.
Right. And I mean, I feel like no one can be on all day. I mean, that's a lot of work, especially.
And that's what she's been doing.
And I commend Tamara for what she's been doing on TikTok, on Twitter, on all social medias, including yourself. You guys have been very transparent. And I really do appreciate you showing everything and being honest, because I feel like the transparency gets us closer to finding her. Also, we wouldn't have found. I don't think Troy would have been out here.
It was a tipster that saw the story.
Really?
On the news or on social media. They saw the call for that truck, and Troy made a mistake and left his garage door open. And the neighbor was going by and saw it and called law enforcement.
Ain't that some wild stuff?
And it's because of shows like this that word got out. So thank you.
No.
Everyone out there in the interwebs land, thank you. Because it's because of all of your efforts that we found this person, the alleged kidnapper. And let's keep it up. Let's find Naomi now. Mm-hmm. Now we need to find where allegedly he took her and put her. Yes. And it's only with everyone working together that we can find her and bring her home. Please, for Naomi's sake. She's a sweet, innocent 18-year-old girl, and she needs your help to save her life.
Absolutely. And this is proof positive. What we've already been doing, not only just my channel, but so many other channels. The Grizzlies are watching right now. Shout out to all the Grizzlies.
Hey, Grizzlies.
Well, they have been putting in they've been doing their due diligence. There's a gentleman by the name of Larry that has been going out and just doing live streams showing where she was abducted. That people.
I haven't seen those.
Oh, I'll make sure you get a link. I'll make sure you get a link because he's out there. He has boots on the ground. He is live streaming all of this. He is putting it out there, and just so everybody can get a general idea, because we only see that video. We only see that one video where I got to throw up this photo really quick, but that where we only see this infamous photo or video, and then in that top right hand corner where allegedly the things go down, the abduction goes down, they crop that out so we can't see anything. So he's gone out there to show like, okay, this is where she parked her car. Look at, here's just so you guys can get a like spatial awareness of what's of what the landscape looks like. Oh, here's the car. Here's where her car was dropped off, was abandoned at before she was put into this truck and, driven off, so on and so forth. Larry has been doing an amazing job. And hopefully somebody in the comments will put his link in here. That would really be appreciated, because then I would pin his channel to the top, because he's out here, boots on the ground, trying to find out of his own time. He's just doing this because he just wants to find her.
So many people are doing that too.
Absolutely.
So many volunteers came out yesterday. I think there was around 150 people. They just showed up to the Love's truck stop there here in Fernley. And they were willing to have their driver's license pictures taken and their IDs checked. And they joined in, and they stayed out in the desert, the hot desert, all day, walking, checking the ground inch by inch of their own time. And I'm just so incredibly grateful, and I love every single one of them.
It's what's so amazing about it is that you think like the human condition is gone, right? Like that humans are not innately good, but then you see moments like this,
right?
That they're coming out of people are coming out of their way. They don't even know you, but the story has touched them enough to even talk on their microphones in front of a camera to talk about it, or to actually physically get out there, drive 5-6 hours out of their way just to be there to help find this.
Right.
Find your daughter. It just shows that
there are good people out there.
Good people are innately good. It makes me feel good about just the human condition. Now, real quick, I need to give him a shout out. So Larry, the channel I'm talking about is Eminence Front X5. So EFX5. So shout out to Grizzly True Crime. She's going to be on here in a little bit after I talk with you.
Okay.
But he's been doing an amazing.
Sorry, desert dust.
Bless you.
Thank
you. He's been doing an amazing job just being there and showing everybody, just so we can get an idea of what's going on, because every little piece of information helps, right?
It really does.
Hopefully,
because it's like the most complicated 5,000 piece puzzle that you can imagine.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. It's amazingly difficult.
Yeah.
And of course, there's big pieces of the puzzle that are just out there somewhere.
Somebody knows.
It's under somebody's couch, You know what I
Yep.
mean? That piece of the puzzle is in someone's cushion right now.
Yep.
So hopefully, the more we talk about it, the more we bring awareness to it, the more you come on the shows and talk about it,
Right.
the closer we can get to more information, right?
That's my goal. That's my
that's-
goal. None of this is for me.
Yeah.
I never wanted or needed a public attention, but it's all to find Naomi. That's my 100% focus of every moment right now.
Yeah. I'm really we're with you. We are focused with you as
Thank you.
well. So I do have a question for you. Because hopefully
Absolutely. Fire away.
I got a bunch. I still got a bunch. So
Keep going.
let's go. Okay.
Okay.
Now there's been speculation, there's been stories saying that these are questions that revolve around Troy Driver or the suspect. All right. But there's allegedly there was said, and I'm just asking it now because people have been asking it in the comments. And keep the comments going, guys. Thank you so much. And hit that like button, and do not forget to hit that subscribe button, please. So I have a question for you. Did he show up to one of the search parties? Is that true or not?
That's some people that's going around on social media.
Right.
The comments have that effect. As far as it actually being proven true, I do not know. But I have seen the rumors on social media, and when I first saw that, I freaked out.
That's wild. That's more than hiding in plain sight.
I had like a panic attack thinking
Yeah.
that he was out there with my kids, my son and my daughter, and my son-in-law, my daughter's husband, and my husband. He was out there. He could possibly have talked to them.
Just sitting there going, "Oh yeah, I'm here to help. Anything to bring her home, man." Anything.
So all that went through my mind when I saw the rumors going around on social media.
That's some wild stuff. I mean, imagine if he actually pulled up in that truck too, and he was just there in plain sight.
I can't.
I got more. I got more to tell you.
Okay, go.
Okay. Do you know that he's a family man?
I actually watched your live stream.
Oh wow, it was messy, but thank you for watching.
Yeah. I learned it from you that he was a family man, and I was thinking to myself as you were talking about his children, I was thinking he has a daughter.
Yeah.
What would he say, do, think, feel if it was his daughter?
Yeah.
That was taken 2 weeks and 1 day ago, and nobody knew where she was.
You saw my reaction. I
saw that you were speechless.
Yeah,
I just don't understand how that's even possible. How can a father of a daughter take someone else's daughter and harm her? And I am also speechless with this. I don't understand how that's possible. The love of a father should be so protective, and it's supposed to give your daughter security and love and teach her what a man should look like and what to look for in a life partner and make her feel safe. That's what, fathers are so important, but this man is a father? Seriously? I am outraged.
I mean, allegedly. And then on top of that, he's expecting another child.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, this is just what I've gathered and what a lot of other channels have gathered.
I didn't know that. You just told me just now.
I'm sorry for telling you that, but
I feel like I'm going to be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. My mind was blown when I heard about that. But, a part of me is going, God forbid. I mean, to somebody like this, I feel like certain people should have a license to parent, or license to procreate sometimes.
Right. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. It's really frustrating because there are millions of wonderful families out there longing for children, loving families that are incredible people that can't have children and really want them. And then there's the garbage of the world who pop out kids like I don't know. Can't think of an analogy right now. They got tons of kids from 5 different people, and the injustice of that is so mind blowing. We adopted because we really wanted more kids, but we couldn't because I kept miscarrying and I had a stillborn baby, and then
Mhm.
Naomi was the miracle, and then our doctors were like, no, don't do that anymore. So we adopted because we really felt like we wanted more babies. We wanted to love more children and give them a home
Of
and
course.
and love and a good foundation in Christian values, you know. And then there's people out there with 10, 12, 15 kids, and they're taken away and they're in the system because the parents are so bad. And I just SMH.
Yeah. SMH. No kidding. No kidding.
Yeah.
Real quick, I need to throw this up here. Katja K, thank you so much. Katja T, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the comment. She says, I think it's his brother that's expecting, not him. Now,
Okay.
we gathered a lot of information. There were some things that were being said, and so I just want to correct that. If that is true, either him or his brother are bringing another child into the world. No matter what, he is a father to 2 children
Mhm.
that we know of, that we have seen photos and we've seen things of his family. He has a
Right.
family that he fights for and wakes up every day for and all that. So I just
I
wanted to
just
make
can
that
imagine.
abundantly clear. Allegedly, I'll just say that allegedly he has a one on the way. Allegedly, it could be his brother, it could be him. It's not been confirmed yet, but still, it's still just all the way wrong with everything that's going on here. So I am keeping an eye on you. Everything all right?
My son is telling me to cool off on talking about. He says,
Oh, he's watching too high.
yeah, he's watching. He says to cool off about talking about people with different parents, kids that, because I'm coming off
Oh
as judgmental. And
no,
I'm not trying to be
not at
judgmental. I
all.
really am not.
No. You're
You
okay.
know,
I mean, of course, he's
I personally have kids from 2 different dads, and I'm not trying to be judgmental about that.
no.
It's just, I'm
It's
just frustrated about this particular person.
understandable. No, I don't think you're throwing any shade at all. I think the
And
information.
if I've offended anyone, please forgive me because I'm in a
No,
horrible situation, and
no,
I'm so sorry if I offended anyone. I did
no.
not mean to.
No, and here it is. Then I would take the full brunt of it because I'm the one who started the conversation. So,
Well, thank you,
because in
Pascal.
my personal opinion, I just don't think that you know someone like this who what frustrates me and boils my blood is knowing that either this man has biological children, or he is a father to these, like a stepdad to these children, that he does have a family. The
Yes.
one thing that frustrates me is that he is kissing that little girl's forehead before she goes to bed. He is reading bedtime stories to her. He is taking care of her. He is fighting for her. He is protecting her. And yet he still shows up at 5:30, 5:25 a.m. in the morning, allegedly, and takes your daughter, takes someone else's daughter. God knows if he's done this to other people. It's just
Who knows?
frustrating that someone's out here like that. And so to me, I go, somebody like that shouldn't even have the honor of doing something that we have the right to, of course, and
Right.
are blessed to be able to do, which is bring life into this world, right?
Right.
And that
It
this
is a blessing, and I love being a parent. It's the most incredible experience of
absolutely,
my life. I gave up my career as a teacher in order to spend full time just loving my kids and homeschooling Naomi and trying to be the best mama I could be.
absolutely,
Um, so that, and also so that my husband could pursue his career with my full support.
yeah,
So, being a parent is such an incredible gift, and I love my children so much, so much.
Speaking of which, how the boys doing? With
Well,
all
Pascal, I have to tell you, this has been really hard on them. It's been really hard on them. My oldest son, Daniel, the oldest of the three Ukrainian boys, Ukrainian-born adopted children, he has been very upset. Naomi and he are very close. They talk on the phone a lot. I don't allow them to have personal devices. I haven't since we've gotten them because they have brain development problems from exposure to alcohol in utero and from severe malnutrition, abuse, neglect, abandonment, all of those things. So I try to keep them away from screens as much as possible because their brains need time to develop normally. But they do talk on the phone, Naomi and the oldest of the three Ukrainian boys. And they're very close, very close. When she lived with us in South Africa, he would go into her room at night and they would sit on the bed and chat and talk into the wee hours of the morning, and of course I didn't know about that. Because if I knew that my 11, 12, 13-year-old child was up until 2, 3, 4 in the morning, I wouldn't have been happy. But I am happy that they're so close. That does my mama heart.
That's beautiful.
So good.
That's so beautiful. Because, I can only imagine how hard it is to blend a family together. And then on top of that, bringing adopted children into that mix as well can be, sometimes kids have a hard time adjusting to that. But that also shows how loving your family is. That's number one. Like, you guys are dope. Your family's dope. But the energy, no, it's the truth.
I feel like we could be friends. You and me.
We already are. We
should hang out.
Yeah, of course. Of course. All day. Go have some wine somewhere or something.
Yeah. I'm down for some wine.
Me too. But let's cheers when we get her home, right?
Well, we're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate so much. Much. It's gonna be such a joyous celebration when we get her back.
Yeah,
I have to focus on that. That moment when I get the call. You need to be here right now, this one place, because we found her.
She's here.
She's here. And I don't care where that place is. I am getting in the fastest form of transportation I can get to get there. And I don't care how much it costs.
Exactly. I mean, you like to, obviously you and your family like to travel. So you got the passport.
Yeah, we're used to it.
We're
used to it. We're very fast packers.
Right. Exactly. Wow. I need to tear a page out of your book on how to pack fast. Please let me know.
And minimally. Just a little bag.
Very minimal. Wow, you need to teach me the way. But it also shows this how great your daughter Naomi is, and just your family in general. That they are loving, caring people, and that you guys have come out of your way to be here for your daughter. So there's no other pieces of information that maybe you can. No new developments aside from Troy and this particular truck, that you can maybe say. Actually, with the truck, have they said any connections? Is there any connections with the truck? Is it confirmed?
They haven't told me anything. The last I heard from law enforcement was that the identification of who the alleged kidnapper is. That's the last I heard from law enforcement. They haven't told me anything since then.
Okay, so then how about the husband?
My husband?
Yeah, your husband.
My amazing, wonderful, adorable husband.
Yes. That man. Does he know some information? Is there anything?
I'm sure he does, but he's not telling me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just,
he's been pounding the pavement with law enforcement, meeting with them and going out. He goes out. He's gone looking for her from dawn until well after midnight every day.
Wow.
That's why you don't see him on camera very much.
Right.
Because he's a man of action. He is out there
That's what you need, though.
involved,
That's what you
looking
need.
for her.
Absolutely.
And that's what I want him to do.
Hell yeah.
I'll keep the home fires burning. I'll take care of everything else. His priority has to be finding our baby.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, as is everybody else right now.
Yeah.
I feel like the world is now focused on this story, focused on this case.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I get texts from Australia, all over Africa, Ghana, Africa, Canada, the UK,
Mm-hmm.
France. I mean, Belgium.
It's a beautiful thing. Like I said, you sometimes when you think that you lose faith in people and
It's
you know,
crazy.
suddenly out of nowhere stuff like this happens where you just get surprised and you're like, wow, I was wrong all along. You're proving me right now.
Yeah. I was losing, especially when I first found out about this. I had completely lost my faith in humankind.
Mm-hmm.
Completely. And then people started showing up. People cared and reached out to us with their incredible generosity and love. And, you know, at first I was in shock, so I didn't really think about it. But this past week, I think I'm doing a little better, maybe, possibly.
It's still heavy.
It's, yeah. And I'm noticing more the incredibleness of the American people and people around the world. And I tell you, it is awesome.
Yeah.
I got a cough. Just a second.
Okay.
I have asthma, so sometimes it gets to me.
It's okay. It's totally okay. It is there's a lot of dark, but there is a lot of light out there in the world. And I think that there's a lot of light that's being shown onto your daughter, onto your family. I mean, we all care. We all want to find out what's going on. That's why I was like, hey, can you come back on so we can talk a little bit more about the new information about this new suspect and all that.
So we just need to know, like, where he's been. What's he been doing?
Could there be more connections? Is there someone
Who is he associating with?
Is his family involved? This alleged family that he has is
the alleged perpetrator. We need to know what's he been doing, who's he been talking to, where has he been for the last 2 weeks.
So okay, so now that the truck has been, or a truck, because we don't know, right?
A truck, yeah.
So a truck has been found. Okay, great, and that's fantastic. They impounded it. They're dusting it for prints and all that.
I'm sure they're going through it. Yeah.
Is there any more? And yes, they're going through it. They're doing their due diligence.
Right.
Go law enforcement, go. But the question I got for you is there anything that we, as the social media sleuths out here, the digital detectives out here, can be focused on trying to get out? What is there any new additional information that maybe it's like we have such and such? You know, it's kind of like the truck type of thing. Like last time you're like, hey, look at the truck. Look for the truck. Same thing with Tamara when she was on the show. She's like, I am pushing the truck.
Right.
So the same thing for this. Every single time I talk about the truck, you get a text message, and this may be good news. So I'm going to stop now.
No, it was nothing.
See,
burn it.
I'm always at the edge of my seat now. But
I know, right? Me too.
But when it comes to this, the truck, for example, is there anything that we could be looking for as far as more evidence or something that can drag us closer to getting her home?
Well, I think what we need to know, where has that truck been seen in the last 2 weeks? You know?
Yes.
That would be nice, because then we might know who he's associating with and what he did with her. We need to know that. I'm sure law enforcement is on it, but there's only so many law enforcement members. And the American people, there's so many more of us. If we pull together, we might be able to put this help law enforcement put the puzzle together. And now, please, I have to add this.
Please
do not notify the family with any tips. Go straight to law enforcement. Please do not call us, text us, post on social media. Go straight to law enforcement with any tips, because they're the ones that can take immediate action. If you go through us, it takes longer to get it to law enforcement. Take us out of the middle and go straight to the people that can make the action happen that we need. So we need Troy's whereabouts, the whereabouts of the truck. I'm getting texts from my family, things I need to say. Hang on, let me look.
Yes, please. Oh, so yeah. Shout out.
We need Troy's whereabouts and the truck's whereabouts between the day of Naomi's kidnapping at 5:25 a.m. on March the 12th.
Yes.
And when he was arrested Friday evening, right? So we need to know where he's been, who he's been talking to, and where's that truck been parked or seen down on the road or whatever. We need to know that, because that's how we're going to save Naomi's life. That's how we're going to find her.
Yes. And because also that's one hell of a truck. Let's say that too. It's a $60,000-$70,000
at least
we're looking at here. At least custom, nice chrome handles, all that stuff. So it's really something that would stick out, especially for someone out there who's a fan of trucks, who's a fan of cars. Maybe you guys saw it somewhere, parking in a parking lot somewhere. Maybe it was at a truck at a intersection, at a traffic light stop that you saw that car.
That will help too, even if you saw it at a stop sign or a traffic light, because that'll help us to trace down his locations.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's that thing. So still the truck. Still the truck,
because we got to know where he put her.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you're going, wow, that's one hell of a truck, and it's driving by, hey,
call law enforcement.
For sure. Real quick, since your family is listening right now, shout out to your family thank you so much for watching the show. I do appreciate it. But maybe they can tell you the number real quick on what number we can call if they have any more information.
So I have posts on in my Instagram and my Facebook. They're public, that have all that information on, but I can definitely give that to you. Just a moment.
Thank you.
And I also have an updated picture of her. That's a public picture on my Facebook page. And you can definitely see her one brown eye and green eye on that photo. It's very distinctive. And if you see a girl with that, it sticks with you. So if you go to my Facebook page, you will see the picture of her, and you can really see the two colored eyes. Let's see. I'm going to the reel that I put on Instagram. I have an Instagram reel and a video on my Facebook. They're public, that you can see. Secret Witness of Northern Nevada, 775-322-4900. And that is anonymous tip line.
One more time. Say that again.
Secret Witness of Northern Nevada, completely anonymous.
Okay.
775-322-4900.
Thank you so much for that.
And so if you are involved in the crime world, the underworld, and you don't want to be known, you don't want to compromise yourself, I don't care. Secret Witness is anonymous. And there's a cash reward.
And there's a cash reward. Okay.
There is a cash reward.
Real quick before we go into that, I want to pull up this photo. And it's the same photo, correct? It's the same photo that's been all over the place, except you have a more high.
It's more defined, so you can see her two different eye color.
Okay, because I just wanted to make sure it was the right photo that I'm pulling up here. So this photo right here.
No.
Oh, it's not.
Go to my Facebook page.
I am on your Facebook page, but
it should be at the top.
Let me see here. Let's try that again. Boom.
Scroll down through my work experience and my friends, and it's the very top picture.
I have her holding a big teddy bear.
It's more recent than that one. Somebody posted a link in the comments.
Oh, they did? Thank you, Lady.
Gotta love your Lady Justice.
Oh, Lady Justice is that's fam right there. So thank you so much. Let me make sure that that's here. Okay. Let me stop sharing that. And let me pull this up. Can I do it? Yep, I can. It's going to be small, but we can at least get an idea of what we are talking about here.
And if they want to see it closer, they can go to my Facebook page.
Yeah. But yes, 2 different eye colors, like David Bowie. Shameless, useless knowledge, but 2 different eye colors of eye colors.
Yeah. So even if they changed her hair color, her eye color is not going to change. So that's something that people could be looking for.
Yes. So there you have it, guys. I will try to get a picture of that and blow that up a little bit bigger later for you guys, so you guys can see it as well a little bit better, so you guys can see her face, her eye color, all that stuff. And I understand that she dyed her hair dark black. So right now it's black.
Yeah.
So keep
well,
your eye
as of when she was taken, it was black. I don't know what they've done to her since then.
True. Very, very true. But hopefully she's still exactly the way that they found her.
Oh, we hope so.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We hope so.
Yes.
And but we just need to find her. We just need to find her.
Yes. Bring her home.
And we need everyone's help.
Yes. Yeah. And
somebody out there knows something.
Right. I mean, without everybody who's watching right now, all 900 souls that are watching on all platforms right now, if without you guys, none of this would be possible. The tip line wouldn't have gone off, all that stuff. I mean, by putting out this story, talking about it, even talking about it to exhaustion is only going to get us her home safely. So please do us a favor, share this feed, share the other interview as well, because there's other information in that interview over there with Diana, also the one with Tamara as well. We have a lot of really great information over there as well about Naomi and just who she is and what she loves to do and all that. Just knowing who she is, because you never know what piece of information might bring her home, might get her spotted really, really quick. But most importantly, the truck is already impounded, but at the same time, if you've been in that area and you just happen to see this really nice truck, please call that number. Okay. Get people to know what's going on. Again, that's 775-322-4900. And that's the anonymous tip line. So even the people that are out here that are involved in this and maybe don't want to get in more trouble, but you want to do the right thing. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but let's keep it real. Mm-hmm. Hey, you can still call this number, 755-322-4900.
775.
Oh, did I say, what did I say? 755?
755.
Oh, I'm sorry. 775. I was looking away. 775-322-4900. Again, so you guys have it all the way in the nosebleed seats. 775-322-4900. Please spread the word. This is
spread the word far and wide.
Lovely family that deserves to get their daughter home as quickly as possible. Diana, I want to say thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Pascal.
No,
much
seriously.
love.
Seriously, to you too. Oh, also, you got a new t-shirt. I got to ask you that too. There it is. Let me get this out of the way real quick. Boom. Faith, bring Naomi home. Now, okay, so there's a couple questions I do have for you before I let you go.
Yeah.
First off, that shirt, is it for sale to help with funds?
I don't know. Somebody just handed it to me yesterday at the when we were out at the search and rescue area. because I went out there to just talk to all the people and help get organized and thank everyone for coming out.
Gotcha.
And somebody just handed it to me.
Okay.
I don't know.
I will say you guys should think about it, because that's extra funding for private eyes and for
and we have a big team of private eyes that are on the case right now.
Yes. And then also you said something about a reward of some sort.
Secret Witness is managing a cash reward. As far as the dollar amount, that is in constant flux because some of our friends are donating to it. So I don't know what the amount is right now. That's going to have to go through Secret Witness.
Okay. But I think that's good information to know. I'm sure that could entice some people to entice the right type of people to contact.
Get some cash for one phone call.
Exactly. We just need that one phone call.
There's only just one piece of information that we need. That's it.
Exactly. I could not agree more. So again, the number is 775-322-4900. Again, 775-322-4900. If you have any information out there revolving around this kidnapping, abduction of this young woman, Naomi Irion, please call that number. There is some sort of reward that we cannot disclose here. But hey, if you got some information, call that number. Let's bring this woman home. All right?
Please.
So again,
I'm
Diana,
begging, please.
Yes. And again, thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me, Pascal, and thank you for being so kind.
Of course, anytime. And you can this is home now. So you can always come onto this show anytime. Your family, we appreciate you. We rock with you. And we got you. We're going to hold it down for you. All right.
It's the love of people like you and everyone else that helps me stay as composed as I am.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Just know that you have a solid group of people on this platform and on many other ones that have your back. And if there's any information that you have that pops off, please don't be shy. Just hit me up. Let me know, because I'd love to be.
Okay. I got your cell phone number. I'll text you if I find out anything I can share.
Awesome. Well, you stay blessed. God bless you.
And you too.
Family. And we're praying for you. We're thinking of you guys. Nothing but positive energy.
Thank you.
And hopefully we got some good news
today. We're hoping for today. Today's the day, right?
Yes, today is the day. Let's go. Okay. Let's go. You stay blessed. All right. Talk to you soon.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes, guys. I'm going to keep saying it. Please keep sharing. Please keep putting the information out here. Please keep telling people what's going on, because I know that this is a story that's still growing out here. It's slowly but surely getting out there, but no, take that back. It's not slowly but surely. Now it's rapidly getting out there, into the mainstream media, and people are starting to talk about it. But that should not slow us down. Keep pushing the story, keep pushing the hashtags, keep putting out her photo, keep putting out the photo of the truck, keep putting out the photo of Troy Driver. Yes, Horde 41 Tater Boy. Put it out there. Let people know what is going down, because you never know. That guy could have been at a supermarket with her. That you just never know. The wildest possibilities could happen. Okay? So keep doing that. We ain't done yet. We still got some really great stuff coming up here. I have somebody very, very special coming onto the show with me. She is the host of her own YouTube channel, Grizzly True Crime. Please welcome Gisela K to the show. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, the dynamic duo is back at it again. I love it. Back at it now on my platform. By the way, thank you for being on here. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. So you've heard the conversation that we were having. A little bit more of a getting to know Diana and getting to know Naomi and the family and all that. What did you think of the information that we kind of received?
I made notes.
Of course,
it's all about the notes.
Of course, you got the book.
It's all about the bullets, bullet points.
So tell me what you think.
First, I sent you this on Twitter, right? But can I please just show this picture you were trying to find? This is it. This is
Yes.
the one.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That
Yeah.
they're sharing just to so that everyone can see it here. That is, I think this is the clear picture they're talking about with her eye color that you can see a little bit.
Yes.
Yes, so that would be that one.
That's a great photo too.
Yeah, it's a really great photo, and there are people that have enhanced her photos as well. It looks so nice all over Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, they're sharing that,
Oh.
which it's in your inbox too if you want it.
Oh, hey. Let
I
me
send
get
you some
this.
stuff.
Oh, thank you. I didn't see. I'm. I've been busy. I was talking,
Come
but
on.
now I
No.
see it. Yes. I see it now. Let me pull this stuff up. Let me. Well, first off, let me just download this stuff so I have it. First off,
Right? So there's an interesting little snippet that I sent you there. So that goes with the bullet points, but mostly, of course, what we want to share is today is the day. Perhaps today, Naomi will be found safely.
yes, I am. Oh shoot. Okay. These formats are very weird. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but
Okay, I can show it on my side here because
oh sure,
we
share along.
can. Let me put it here. So we've seen the picture of Naomi. I want to. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the enhanced picture. Yes, that one. Oh, my bad. Got to resize that a little bit. Bear with us, everyone.
Yeah, take your time. There we go.
this?
And that's whoever did this. Shout out to whoever did
Yes.
this, because I did see this on Twitter, but it was, I was looking through that pretty fast. Huge shout out to
Yes.
the people that the person that put this together, because that's an amazing rendering, I guess, or retouching of her headshot. It's
Right?
great. So now it's not that it just looks great. So shout out to
Yeah, it looks like their name is Miracle for Missing because they've got the @Miracle for Missing on top there.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think that would be possibly who to credit. But what a great enhanced photo, right?
Yeah. So @Miracle for Missing. Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Good on you. Okay. Good on you. Good job.
Oh, thank
Yes.
you.
And then of course the other photo that you showed me just a second ago,
Yes.
which is the one that Diana was referring to, is a really
Yes.
great photo as well. But yeah, I guess the format that I have is a little strange.
My
But
bad.
it's fine. It's fine, man. It's fine. And then you sent me a couple other things. Let's see.
Yeah, I'll pull it up. We'll get to all the bullet points.
there
But
you
this
go.
one was interesting. This one was from Court TV's episode here. You can see Gray Hughes was on it. That's actually Jason Jensen on the left from the
Shout
Kylie
out
and
to
Crystal
Jason
case.
Jensen, okay? First off,
Yeah.
let me say that really quick. Shout out to Jason Jensen. He's been the one on the Kylan and Crystal case in Moab, Utah. I've had him on the show a couple times with Sean Paul Schulte. The dude is
yeah.
incredible. So he is hopefully going to be on the show very soon as well to talk about this case as well. Because I hit him up just the other day, and because I didn't know he was going to be on, and I noticed that Diana was on Court TV, and then
Yes.
he was right there. I'm like, what? He's on this case too? Okay, we need to talk. So so I hit him up just to see what was going on. But anyway, sorry. So what is this?
So this is in the comments section. Of course, this would be allegedly, speculatively. It's just something someone's put out there. So I don't know if anyone can reach out to this mom. She said on the 13th, my daughter and her friends were driving through Nevada. They were hit on the Interstate 80 by a male driving a blue Silverado at high rate of speed. The gentleman that hit them sped off like a crazy man. He could care less that he hit them. Thank goodness they were okay. Her car in worse shape. We are wondering if this could be related. This accident was reported to the police. We are praying for Naomi.
Wow. So maybe, or it could just be some
Yeah.
crazed son of a gun, right? Just acting a damn fool.
Could be, but
that could
13th
be
is it's
But it is-
speculative. I'm just saying, whoa, she was kidnapped from that Walmart in Fernley on the 12th. So on the 13th, for someone to be on the Interstate 80 in a blue Silverado,
Yeah.
if only they could tell us some plates. Not that we
Yeah.
know the plate number, it's just like, where is it from?
Let's see the plates, or maybe
Right.
there's some dash cam footage, some dash cam videos out here that may have seen the accident go down, so on and so forth. So yeah, let's put it out there in the ether so that people can talk about that. But that is some wild information too. Yeah, I guess underneath it said you should definitely speak to the authorities. If not, call the non-emergency tip line for Nevada. If it's related, he would get charged with hit and run as well. And you never know. He never know. If that was the car, that's the other thing though, because if that blue Silverado smashed into that car, is there any proof on the car that they impounded that there was some sort of collision as well? Because I mean, does he have time to go and get the car touched up in the last 2 weeks or so? The world may never know. So I feel like that's some pieces of information that would be very interesting as well. I feel like that would come out too. Like I think it
would.
Right?
There's also someone that has, I can't remember exactly where I saw this, so again, it's speculative, but what I've seen is that the actual person who called in that address and that truck was the neighbor. They were on the Gray Hughes show and they called in. That's where I saw it. I remember now. They were on the Gray Hughes show and they called in and they said, it was actually one of the neighbors. Like Gray was like, could you go outside and just take a picture of the house? Because he was trying to find it on his map time, right? And she's like, oh, I don't know if I could do that right now. And she was nervous, but he eventually found the exact address and showed it on his channel. And the thing is that she said, I'm his neighbor. And literally one of the neighbors called it in because he wasn't driving his truck for the last however long. They said for the last 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that. They were like, this is strange because he always drives his truck. And we know he's got that truck. So let's just call it in. And it ended up being him being arrested. So that was a very interesting little detail too.
Interesting.
If true.
If true, for sure. I feel like there's so many pieces of information that we can go down so many different routes. I think we talked about this on your show yesterday, where I was like, we could go down, we could speculate and ruminate all these conspiracies and go down 15 different roads. I just wish that we can get just a little bit, just a tiny bit of information that can just spearhead us in one direction, right? Or at least knock out 20 directions and get it down to two possibilities. So I'm hoping that would be the case here.
The one bit of clear information I have is that he only moved to that address in November.
Yes.
That's not long ago. That's not all that long ago. That's like, oh dear.
No, because I saw something online on the Twitters. Talking about that particular thing, like the deed to his house and all that, and I thought it was very it was
transferred to either his wife or ex-wife. There's also two different names. So because it's out there, I'm going to say it because it's not to dox, but it's out there now. It's out on Twitter and everywhere. So Troy E. Driver signed over ownership in a mortgage-free home to Jennifer Driver, who's also known as Jennifer Stevenson, in April of 2021. Right. Yeah, there's a lot of names, right?
Yeah. Wild, right?
It's interesting too. It's so wild because that seems to be the wife, but now there's a new wife or girlfriend. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, so
how many people is he married to?
That's exactly what I'm trying to figure out, because it seems as if the photos that we've seen, the girl or the woman that he's with, that seems like she's so in love, like they're so in love, doesn't seem, her name is something else. We can't say her name, but you know what I mean? I don't want to say her name.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different name on the Facebooks, unless she goes by something else legally. I don't get it. So that's one thing I'm still trying to figure out. She goes by one name, but then on legal documents, she goes by Jennifer.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like a Jennifer to me, but
she doesn't look like a Jennifer.
She looks like her name that she has on Facebook.
She does.
That's what I'm saying. So it's this one piece that it's very interesting and strange to me, that I hope that we get figured out here. You know, we need to, man, I hope Tater Boy starts talking.
I hope so. Let that Horde 41 Tater Boy start cracking.
Horde 41 Tater Boy.
Horde 41. I did share that clip. The short is out there. It's on TikTok. It's on YouTube Shorts.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I've been so busy, setting up and getting things ready for this show.
It's all good. It's still morning for you, right? For me, I mean, it's 7:20 p.m. You know.
Yeah. The Twitters have been going. Have been going crazy over the past like 12 hours. I just haven't had a full chance to respond to everything yet. But real quick, y'all, because you did this for me, so I'm going to do this for you because this is how we do. One hand washes the other, allegedly. Please, everybody, you guys got to go over to Gisela's channel, Grizzly True Crime. Go hit that subscribe button. She is extremely well versed in the world of true crime. She's been on this case as well. And it now I feel like it's a little bit of a Batman Robin type of thing. Whoever plays Batman, it doesn't matter. I'm Batman here. I'm Robin over there. You see what I'm saying, and vice versa. But please go and hit that subscribe button. She's very, very talented and she's very dope. And I've been saying to you guys, for those of y'all who have been watching the show here, about her and about her channel, she is finally here. Okay, all the way from the Netherlands. Okay, so please go hit that subscribe button over there. Show some support. She is, like I said, very informative, and she's dope as hell. Now, here's the thing, though. Maybe you can help me out because I know you like your map time. So
I'm ready with map time.
I know you've already been ready with map time, so we got to talk about some map time real quick.
We're gonna do it right now.
So Diana said that some new information, right? That allegedly Tater Boy Troy. Oh, that's good too. Tater Boy
that's
Troy.
It. Tater Boy Troy.
Tater Boy Troy was working in a completely different place that was not near the Panasonic factory that she works at. So I was wondering if we could do can you bless us?
Can we do a little map time?
Map time over here for us?
Let's do it.
I mean, I'm a grizzly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're doing that map time.
But we're doing it right here on the Pascal Show. So.
Oh, this is so fun. And not everyone will get this, okay? If any other YouTubers are seeing this, this is exclusive over here on the Pascal Show.
So let me just real quick. Map time, boys and girls, is when she pulls out the Google Maps and we find logistically, geographically, where everything goes down. So that's what we're going to do right now, children.
Absolutely. Original Grizzly map time. Mm-hmm.
Map time. Okay. Now get out the way. Okay.
Yeah, I'm out the way. Here we go.
Let's do this. All right. Map time.
You know I came prepared. I did a whole presentation for you. So we got the Walmart, right? We're flying in. We're flying in.
Oh, we're flying in. We're flying in.
We're hovering over. We're at it.
It's scaring me. Too fast. I'm scared of heights. Come on.
So, Naomi, if we zoom in, was parked somewhere around here on the day where she was kidnapped on March 12th at 5:25 a.m. Her car was found at this Sherwin's Patent Emulsion place right over here.
Yes.
Somewhere here. Larry took us to the exact spot. Okay. So that's that Eminence Front X5 channel. So he went there. Then...
Shout out to Larry real quick. Sorry. Shout out to Larry one last time. So wait. So go back down to her car was discarded there.
Yes.
So that's the Walmart right there. Correct.
That is the Walmart.
And then her car was discarded there.
So it's not a far drive. It's half a mile. I mean, if you look at the distance from the Walmart parking area just along this road, it's only half a mile to where her car was found.
Gotcha. The most unhealthiest of unhealthy could sprint that without a problem.
Yes,
I know that's a strong statement, but that's how short of a distance that is. Okay.
Exactly. And then they allegedly, traveled, and possibly even in her car at the time. The car may have been dumped there later. Okay, but on the Interstate 80, and we're going to find his workplace. I know that's what we're getting to, but here's some map time. They went on this I-80 and possibly up here because her phone pinged in this area. They said Wadsworth initially, but where the FBI swarmed in was this exact location here.
Gotcha.
Okay, so they went in here and they've been looking here. I don't know for what. And I do worry about it a little bit only because he's into construction. He works in construction. So what is he doing out here in this area?
No kidding.
We don't know, right? So in the Truckee River, I don't know. I hope they're checking here as well in case he's discarded of a phone or a purse or anything around there, because people like this would usually do something like that, right? So now if we zoom out again, so there's the Walmart, and let me go back in my presentation and present it again. We're going to the next place. Next stop, everyone. Tesla Gigafactory. This is where the factory, it's shared with Panasonic. And the reason that a lot of employees actually park at the Walmart or along the way at different stops is because sometimes the line to get in here is an hour and a half long. You need a badge as well. And sometimes where you park would be a mile and a half away from the door. So imagine that
That
kind of
makes
work
sense.
day.
Hence the reason why she did a shuttle, because she's probably going,
Exactly.
why drive all that distance if I can just get dropped off right at the door? So that makes sense.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Exactly. And here is the other location, Panasonic Energy of North America in Reno. The first time I showed map time, I thought it was here too. And he lived kind of close to here and apparently only 6 minutes away or so from this location.
Word.
So then someone, an anonymous source who actually works in this factory and actually knew Naomi, literally said, no, you got the wrong spot there. It's here, which is actually a lot closer. However, if we also think about her car, because people also are asking the whole time, why would she take a shuttle? Well, she didn't have the best of cars, you know? So why would you drive this distance all the time, which we can actually do a little distance calculator real quick. So if we go from the Walmart, I'm just going to do it as the crow flies, but that's like 13 miles instead of 30 or 38, you see?
Yeah.
Of course, it would be a bit longer on the road and all that, you know, a little bit. But yeah, this is where it was. This is where she was working around this factory, and that's where the Walmart was.
Okay.
Yes.
So where is his location?
Yes,
like his
let's do
workplace?
that. It's called Lead Core, right?
And they
There we
said,
go.
and Diana did say that there
There
was
it is.
2 spots,
Yes.
2
Well,
locations.
the 2 spots are for the Panasonic, I think.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
I think
I'm wrong.
people were confusing this Panasonic Energy with where it actually is, which is here. And if you look at where he was working, how close it is to this Panasonic,
It's pretty
you
close.
see, that's pretty close. And I think he lived around this area too. Where he had properties. He's got 3 different properties on his name there. So, yeah, Lead Core, you can see the logo and everything there. So, one of my questions is that I have to still do some map time, okay, on all these properties. But I wonder if he had a property anywhere close to here. I do think so. Because what if there was a shuttle? What if he was ever on the shuttle? That's my biggest question.
That was something I saw you ask in the comments, and I was like, oh, I'm about to ask her, but we started talking about other things. But that is a very good question. Like maybe he saw her on the shuttle, or this is
like even if he's like let's say he lives somewhere here and she's going to the Walmart. Let's say the shuttle goes, I don't know, out of here and drives along here.
right.
I'll do some map time at some point with all these properties. I just don't want to dox now, right? We don't want to dox anyone.
Right.
We never want to dox. I just mean once the case breaks wide open, we could look at some map time.
Later. Yes.
Too soon.
Yes. But right now, no, too soon. But yes. No.
But if he lived, let's say here, and he jumped on for some reason the shuttle, even from work, we don't know how far. I don't know exactly right now how far the shuttle goes. Is it just from the Walmart to the? You know what I mean? Like how far does the shuttle go? What if he jumped on at some point and just rode 2 stops with her?
That too.
know.
I mean, and
Yeah.
also the thing is, I don't know. It just unless this is just so random. Unless this is just a random. He just walked out into that parking lot randomly and said, "I just feel like nabbing somebody." I'm sorry for saying it like that, but isn't that wild though? That's kind of wild.
So wild. He definitely planned it a little bit before because he was looking for a car which wasn't parked in the usual spot on that day.
Right.
So he was looking for it first, and he was like looking through the cars and everything. And then when he spotted it, that's when he squares his shoulders and walks up over to it.
Right.
This is where he was arrested, by the way, everyone. Felon.
He was where? He was where?
He was
Show me
arrested
one.
in this area.
He was arrested there. Now, one thing, real quick. Shout out to Larry, because I know Larry did. Well, we watched it yesterday. We were on that. We kind of did a ride along with him while he drove across where the car was abandoned. He went across, and there was those.
Yeah.
It was kind of like those like kind of trailers that were just out there randomly.
Oh, that's so important. Thank you for bringing that up.
So in my mind, I keep thinking, what if he was to own one of those things, or had a hookup, or had access to one of those trailers that maybe he was using that as a transport place to like a transition spot where he would take her there, and then whoever needs to go and take her to move her somewhere else would meet up there, and that would be the spot of transition, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
So I keep thinking in my mind, because you could easily go and own, like if that is stuff that's just like off the grid, off the grid, literally, where
Yeah.
the government and all that you wouldn't even know if you even own something like that. What are the possibilities of something like that as well?
Right.
So that's kind of, yeah.
That is, and that kind of
Insane.
car is used for towing. Usually they've got great towing capabilities. So
Right.
if a car was found around here, Larry was here showing us the whole tour of this place, like just how the road looked and where the truck was seen driving past. But when he looked across, he was like, wait a minute. And he saw a whole bunch of like trailers here.
Yeah.
And he is absolutely tempted, of course, to go and knock on the doors there. And in this area, and also along the interstate, going a little bit towards that area, we looked at where the FBI was looking. There's people camping out in trailers there. And he came across a guy who actually had 2 Rottweilers, and apparently, just allegedly, based on Troy Boy's Facebook page, it looks like he breeds dogs. Okay, and the picture he shows is they're Rottweilers.
Wait,
so I'm like, whoa.
So Tater Boy Troy
Yeah,
is a breeder.
it seems to be a breeder of puppies from the comments. And so that guy made a lot of small talk, of course, with Larry, and Larry's highly red flaggy about that guy because he's like, wait a minute, this guy's talking so much, offering him a job. Who does that the first time you meet them? He's like, literally, I can get you 3 jobs right now. Please don't camp out here by me. Just go down the road a little bit. And he's like, oh, you're camping out here, huh? You got a trailer here, huh? What's happening there? And I just think if anyone watching this, if you could please contact, because obviously I'm in the Netherlands and I do my best and I do email law enforcement and try to hand in tips too, but it's a little harder for me. If you guys in the United States could tell law enforcement, especially that secret witness line, which you've shared, right? To please knock on some of those, to investigate the trailers in this area, because Naomi could be in one of them, literally. Like, she might not be all that far. And maybe he hooked up the trailer, as you said, to his car. This looks like a blue truck. Can you see? Ironic, right?
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, look at that.
Ironic, don't you think?
Like,
yes.
damn.
I mean,
from 2019, Google, but still, like, what are you doing here?
that's another truck.
Right.
I'm just saying. So, okay. So, Lady Justice just asked something I wanted to pull up here. She says, "Do we know the location of the accident mentioned on Twitter?" That's a very good question. In the accident, what was said, that's all that was said here. The hit was on I-80 by male driving a blue Silverado, and that's all the information. And then, of course, it was a hit and run situation, but that's all they said so far. That's all we got. Maybe there will be more information in time, but maybe from that conversation, maybe the conversation is going to expand and become more here in a little bit. But I guess we will only know as time goes on, because obviously we got digital detectives out here. We got our sleuths out here doing their damn due diligence, trying to get the information out here. But thank you so much for the map time, a little taste of the map time here.
Little map time.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's nice to have it over here for once, but it is something very interesting with all the information that's being told, all the information that we have now that we have had a Grizzly True Crime map time, exclusively here on the show. It does make you wonder, like, what was the reason behind what he did, allegedly, because obviously we don't have confirmation if he did what he did, but I mean, you put a man's face out here like this, he is most definitely connected in some sort of way. That's just what I truly feel in my heart of hearts. So the question still remains of what was the motive? What was the reason why? How did he do this? What was it that caused him to be in the same place at the same time as young Naomi Irion? That's a piece I still am scratching my head over. Man, it's just frustrating, because it just seems so weird. It's just happenstance that he just walks into the, like, okay, think about this for a second, just for 2 seconds. Imagine a guy out here, and I'm sorry for painting this idea, but let me just say it. We gotta exercise every possibility here, right? We already have the possibility of him just been, she was targeted. He just kept watching her, seeing her patterns, and then suddenly he pounced, right? But what if it was another thing where he's just strapped for cash? He's got a hookup that possibly could do this, that, and the third. and he just randomly walks out into a parking lot in Walmart at 5:30 in the morning, and just and nabs Naomi. I know that sounds crazy, but that's crazy to me that he would just walk out from an area where homeless stay and just walk into the parking lot and then just get Naomi like that. It just seems so far-fetched to me. But that could very well be it too. That he just went out there and found anyone.
It could be. There has been some speculation of her being on social media in the car. Maybe her face was lit up and he could see her, right? We could not from where he was standing exactly, but looking, there is a girl alone in a car. Okay.
Yeah.
But he seems like a planning dude, because there's someone on, again, it's somewhere on the work site or something that said, I work with him. Like literally he's the scare. We shared it yesterday, right? On the show. Yeah. But like she said, I actually used to work with him and he's really scary. He used to like follow me to my truck after work. So, I mean, he kind of has a pattern of following people and making them really uncomfortable. So it could just be like random, but I think he practiced. He had a few practice runs.
He had to,
in my opinion. Yeah.
I think he more than had a few practice runs. I think I really think he's done this before. I really do think that this is a guy who just does the grunt work. You know, he does the dirty work. He's told what to do. He goes out and he does it. Now, was she targeted? Was she already prey before she even pulled into that parking lot? That's one thing. Did he see her at the Chevron gas station before she went over to the Walmart spot? Is there more to this that we don't know yet? That's the question. And I feel like we're not going to know everything until we actually see. I don't think we're going to know anything until he starts to talk. So I hope Tater Boy Troy starts to speak up with the quickness. That's what I'm hoping for.
Let me show you this. Oh my word.
Yeah, please. But quick.
I've never. This is so silly of me, but I've never really looked how close this chevron is. It's speculatively this one, but just look how close it freaking is. Look at it.
Hold on one second.
He could have totally. There it is.
Yeah. So that he could have found her there. So he could have been.
And he's got a history of the Chevron armed robbery thing.
And also keep it right there. Keep it right there. Blow it. Move it back in really quick. Okay. So right there, Walmart and Chevron, and they said that she. Okay. So then where is the homeless? Where's this quote unquote homeless spot that they said that he walked?
Apparently, there's it's like around here, from what I gather, from around here, and there was another one, sort of close to where a car was found.
Interesting.
But they've cleared it all out. But yeah, around here.
So what are the chances of this? What if he saw her? Of course, speculation, guys. So we're on speculation world. But say he saw her at Chevron and he said, "Bang, she's the one." Then instead of driving, all he had to do was walk.
Literally.
So
she could have been parked at the Chevron.
So this is the end where the dot where the Walmart is, dot right there. That's where she was found, or
that's where she was parked. Yeah.
So he just walked. He could have found her right there. Said, "She's the one." Yes. Walked over, took the car. God knows what they did for 2 days.
Yeah.
But then went off, and he had to have had somebody take his car, either drop him off at his car or follow him with her car to drop off her car down the road a little bit, and then drove off. He can't do this alone. He can't.
Oh, man.
So there's more than one person in this piece, man. I'm telling y'all.
So crazy. And I think he would have parked here first. You know, there's was he parked on that road where a car was found, where the photo of the truck was? Likely not, because it looked like a drive-by, like a moving photo. But parking here or seeing her here first, when he already has a criminal record of committing armed robberies in Chevrons, that would also explain why she was so afraid and moved over, scooted over to the passenger side of the seat, because maybe he had a gun.
I think I truly think he had some sort of weapon, because why would she? Because when they describe, because we haven't seen the angle, they crop it out, but the way that they say that how she freezes up and then moves quickly into the passenger seat, I guarantee you the man had a gun or some sort of deadly weapon in his hand that would make her jump like that.
Yes.
And when the way that Casey, her brother said, I know my sister, and I know her. I know if when she was scared, that was her terrified. There's no
Mm-hmm.
way. There's just no way she could just.
Oh,
Just a guy there. She would just kick him in the balls
yeah.
and hit reverse. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So he had something in his hand, whether it's a real gun or a fake gun. It was at least believable enough to make her jump and move
Man,
quickly.
so
So
close.
it's terrible.
My word. And I mean, if we look again, if I just are, you'll see on my channel was orientated north. I gotta have the maps facing north to know where the heck I am. So the Chevron's here, Walmart's here, and her car was found right here.
Yep.
That is all so close. So really, you could have just parked here and then on that day driven by like this when they took the picture. So hectic, oh my word.
Son of a gun. I'm just saying this is some strange
Just try to put the man in.
brew, y'all. This
Is
is
the
some
man going in?
strange brew.
Little Google man is going
Ooh,
in.
Whoa, we going in fast. Bang. Look at that.
Superfood Mart. What we got here?
Yeah.
Chevron. Oh, well,
There
literally
you
there.
go.
She was
And
there.
then, yeah. And then Walmart is in
This is
what?
the Ford. I'm just checking. I'm like, hey.
Oh no, please. That'd be wild if it was right there, right?
Yes.
But it
So
would
look at
be
that.
like, yeah.
Here's the little food mart. She probably bought the Monster energy drink and
Yep.
the Doritos.
Yep.
Whoa. Okay, so this is where she was. And if we go out again, then look just how close that is to where she was parked. She was
Right there.
parked literally.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the theory,
Wow.
he just had to go walk across the street. He walked
Yes.
across those the street. I don't that particular
Yep.
street and just kept walking. Maybe he was looking around and seeing where she went. Of course, he found her and then he pounced. I mean that is a
Exactly.
theory. I'm not sitting here saying that is scripture here. Okay, it's not
Yeah.
biblical. This ain't scripture and set in stone. But at the same time, it could very well be that where he just saw her there. Maybe you never know. Maybe he was
Yeah.
ready to. Maybe he was ready to case the joint, to rob the joint
Yes.
of Chevron, and then saw him
Yeah.
and goes, you know what? Never mind. I don't need to case this joint. I don't need to do an armed robbery. I could just
Yes.
follow her. I got some connections. I got some friends. That could be it too. That could very well be it too. But you never know.
Which adds to if someone was around here at 5 a.m. between 4:30 and 5:30 as well on that day, March 12th. I mean, if you saw anything, specifically that truck or that man, what if he was in the store? We don't know because they've zoomed in so much on the photo that we have of Naomi that we don't know. They probably have footage. Now, where's that footage? Where's the Chevron footage of
No
the
kidding.
store?
No kidding. That's a very good
Could have been
question
in
too.
Yeah.
But I
So
feel
close.
but I will say this though too. So this could completely just demolish what I just said. But I feel like if they had footage of him in that Chevron, they would have shown that footage of him
really
like
hope
out behind her waiting to buy something or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
feel like there would have been something there. But
Possibly, but that's our job, right? To spread awareness in case it hasn't been thought of. Because sometimes the simplest things haven't been thought of, like the Gabby Petito case. Remember when we were speculating, what if Brian Laundrie is active on Instagram and he updated his Spotify
Right.
playlist? And at first it was like, what? But then the FBI came out with it and like, oh, he's active on Spotify. I'm like, I know, right? So you just don't know. So you could have, but look how easy it is to also drive like out of here, this way, and like right into Walmart too.
True.
Wow,
I mean, it's a piece of cake.
so hectic.
I mean, walking or driving, you can throw a rock
Yes.
at the building. I mean, you'd have to have
And
Tom Brady arm, but you can still hit a rock with that, in the parking lot from where it is. I mean, it's a quick hop, skip, and a jump over to that Walmart. So
wow.
I don't know. It's very strange. It is
It is.
like I said, strange brew for sure. Strange brew. But hey, us talking about it, us speculating it, hopefully maybe somebody in that gas station in Chevron might go, hey, yeah, I did see a weird guy in a black hoodie and a mask and so on and so forth. And during that same time, they need to go through, comb through all their security camera footage of that
And the
very
dash
night
cam footage.
and dash
If
cam.
you got dash cam footage of between
Everything.
even the 11th, because maybe you went there a few times. Well, even let's go back a little bit from the 10th of March all the way up to the 25th when he was arrested. If you were in that area or where he was arrested, you got dash cam footage, please look through it, because that's what not saved Gabby, but, found Gabby Petito in the case, with Red, White, and Bethune sharing their dash cam footage.
Very, very true. So you never know. There might be some footage out here that no one's even thought about. So by us talking about it here, talking about it, getting it out here, speculating, the speculations help. I know unless it's some crazy stuff like she got abducted by aliens. That's messed up. Don't waste your time with those kind of channels. But people who are sitting here just talking about the possibilities of these things, we have to exercise all those possibilities, because somebody might have been at that Chevron too and said, yeah, I did see her do this, that, and the third. That is weird. Or that Chevron clerk that was there that checked her out. Maybe they might go, I do remember a guy right there. He didn't actually come into the building though. He just was kind of lurking lurking by the gas pump or something like that. You never know. You never know. So, and first one just said, cops are keeping things close to their vest. Absolutely. I do think that they know a lot more than they're willing to give out right now, which is totally fine. I'd rather them just keep it and then pounce and get what we need to get, which is getting her home or getting the more information out here so we can get this young woman home. But this is our job, is to talk about it, speculate, right? Batman and Robin up in this biz naive talking about this. And, and talking about this, and that's the most important part. But unfortunately, I got to start wrapping up the show. Is it? And I keep. Is it Gisela or Gisela?
Gisela. That's correct. Thank
you. And also,
good job.
So you're from South Africa, but you live in Netherlands. Why did you move to Netherlands, if you mind me asking?
My husband, who's Swiss, got a job here. So he also lived in South Africa actually for 20 years. And we met there in the airline, because I was a pilot and he was a cabin crew. And we met going on a flight to Germany.
Wow. You're a pilot?
I was for almost 10 years at South African Airways.
So you're
the map time.
Breaker 19. Welcome to airline whatever.
Haven't you heard my commercials? I do pilot voice.
No,
they're all like pilot voice.
But you need a whole lot of like ambient noise in the background where you can't hear the intercom. It's like
exactly.
Over you, like we're at 30,000 feet. You can't
fasten your seatbelts. This could get just a little bit bumpy, and then it's like.
Isn't it funny when they say all that? Isn't it funny when they say all that? No one can hear it in the cabin because there's so much ambient noise going on. We're about to hit some serious turbulence. It's all they hear is all the entire time. So how do you?
Oh, man,
I'm just saying. Wow, that's cool. That's very cool. I didn't know that about you. That's very interesting. Exciting.
Yeah, so I lived in South Africa for 35 years, and then I moved to the Netherlands with him in October 2019. We arrived because he works here as a software engineer. So
well, dope.
Mr. Grizzly. Yeah.
I commend you, because I'm not a big fan of flying. So.
I don't like being a passenger either. I'm scared as a passenger just because I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel in control. I don't like it.
See?
Give me the whiskey.
See? She flies. She's a pilot. I'm not crazy. Y'all.
See?
Man. So Bob said, will you fly with her? Yes, of course.
Horrible question.
I don't trust anybody. I don't care. Man, I could land a whole 747 on a grain of rice. I'd be like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't care if you're the best flyer in the world, pilot in the world. But that's very, very cool. That's some cool information. So you don't fly anymore?
No, I quit in 2012. Honestly, it was just a bad environment with lots of red flags, lots of pervy dudes. And I was just like, man, this isn't worth it. The travel's great. The flying is great. The hard work was awesome. But I was like, I need to do something else. So I started writing true crime books, really. True crime author. And then I brought it to YouTube because, people watch videos today. They don't really read as much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So okay. True crime books. That's very cool. Where can people find this? Of course, we got
they can literally look on Amazon for Gisela K. That's my name. So, I've got Grizzly True Crime. But they could also probably look that up, or grizzly-books.com. I wrote 4 of them. They're deep dives, okay? They're dark. They're about serial killers, Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy, John Wayne Gacy, and Eileen Wuornos. There's ebooks, paperbacks, and audiobooks available, so whichever format you prefer.
Hey,
yes,
got an author in the house.
Right. Then I brought it over to YouTube.
So what made you get so interested in that kind of stuff? Like,
My
dark.
biological father was a police officer in South Africa. So I only saw him really in school holidays, but just even the fact that he didn't really take time off when I was there, I would spend a lot of nights on stakeouts with him or just in the car while he's like chasing people, investigating. So I think it's that and trauma.
Right.
Those two
right.
things, the two
Right.
things. Yeah.
Make you go,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I want to make sure
Yeah. Keep people
I want to
safe
make
out
sure we
there.
bring the bad boys back, put the bad boys behind bars.
Exactly.
So
And call
like
them names like Horde 41 Tater Boy. Exactly.
Horde
While we at it.
41 Tater Boy. Tater
Bring
Boy
them down.
Troy.
Because like Ted
Yeah.
Bundy will never be hot. Never. He should never be called hot, those types. So no, we call them Tater Boy.
Tater
And Nose
Boys.
Picker and Rotten and all these names.
Evil doers, as some other people say.
Exactly.
Evil doers.
Exactly.
But Gisela, thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate it. I hope we can do this more often.
Yeah.
We definitely
yeah.
should. You're always welcome here. There's always a place for you.
Teamwork makes the
sandwich.
teamwork makes the sandwich.
Makes the dream bloody work.
Exactly.
Okay.
And we're working hard over here. You and I have been kind of ahead of the news a little bit.
Yeah.
On this case especially.
I'm
We're
with
working our butts off. Yeah.
I'm with that. I feel like this is proof positive that
Yes.
these types of channels are very important nowadays. That
Yes.
sometimes the news isn't hip to what's really going on out here because they're too
Exactly.
busy feeding a certain thing or staying with a certain narrative. So like your platform, mine, and many others like Ikdamel,
Yes.
I'm forgetting this Larry's platform
Yes.
as well. Even Joseph Morris, I've been catching wind of Joseph Morris, Popcorn Planet as well, because I know that he does a lot of entertainment news, but he does delve into some true crime as well. These platforms, Benjamin Dixon Show, come on, Benjamin Dixon Show, okay, like it or not, very, very important. We are talking about things that are going on in the world that mainstream media is not really talking about, but they matter. Those stories do matter. So do me a favor, everybody, please go and subscribe to Grizzly True Crime. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Lots of map times. So
lots of map times and deep dives.
And
over here, they got to subscribe too. Make sure the thumbs is up, the comments, the everything, so we can get this into the algorithm, right? Feed the algorithm.
Feed that algorithm because it helps all of us together, which is crazy because we are doing an international show right now, which is pretty damn dope. Netherlands, St. Louis. It's not very glamorous. Netherlands sounds more glamorous than St. Louis, but still. We're an international show right now, and I appreciate you coming on and talking it up with me. Real quick, Melissa Denmark, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. I really do appreciate it. Oh, she is. That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for supporting this channel as well. Okay. I really do appreciate it. It's a unified front. I think we have I feel like we have a strong connection. So let's keep doing these stories. I got some other stories coming up here that we need to talk about too that are outside the Naomi Irion world. No. I mean, we still got to talk about this when we get more developing news, but there are some other people that have gone missing that I will be talking about here soon. So hopefully we'll be able to bring you on or something like that and chop it up about those things too. So there's more people that need saving out here.
Exactly.
That sounds like a preacher. You know what I mean? Mopping my brow. There's so many souls that need to be saved. No, I'm not saying that. But some people need some saving. Okay. So let's talk soon here.
Yes.
Gisela,
thank you for having me. It was such an honor.
Yeah, it was an honor for real. Like I said, this should not be the second. This should not be just 2 times and done. Okay.
No.
All right.
Shake hands virtually on that. Right?
Yeah.
I gotta get my,
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that.
Other way.
There we
that
go.
one.
This one. There we go. No, that
other way. It's the other way though.
That one.
I wanna like make it face.
But
like,
I'm this way though. So you got to put your other hand, the opposite hand.
But
There we go.
Shaking hands virtually. International handshake.
Corny as hell. That was corny as hell. But anyway, we did it though. We did it.
We're never gonna live that down.
We could try to do a fist bump. There we go. Try
oh
that.
man, wait.
No,
Again, this way.
Keep
I just wanna
going.
punch
Keep
one.
going.
There we go. Oh
Bam!
yeah. Oh yeah.
There we go.
Bam, people.
Fist bump officially solidified. Anyway, Gisela, thank you so much. Of Grizzly True Crime. Thank you so much for being on.
Yes.
We will talk
Thank
soon.
you for having me. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Well, it has been a hell of a show. I really do appreciate all y'all for being on. Really, I really do appreciate it. You know, the more we talk about this, the more we get the word out there, the more there is collaborations. You know what I'm saying? Collaborate and listen. Oh, that's Vanilla Ice. I'm so sorry. I'll never do that again. But literally, when we get together as a team, we make things happen. And this is proof positive. As of the past few days, this whole weekend, we have been doing some crazy amount of footwork, some crazy amount of movement around this whole story with Naomi Irion. And I'm hoping that before the end of the day, we have some more good news. As Diana Irion said earlier, they have some new good news that they're working on. Don't know if they're going to be dropping that information here soon or at the end of the day. But you know for a fact, I'm going to keep my eyes on it to see what's going on. All right. And so is Larry. And of course, Gisela. We're all going to be keeping an eye on all of this. Okay. So please do me a favor. I have to do the shameless plug because that's how you pay the bills. So do me a favor, hit that like button down below. Send it past 700 likes before you leave. I saw over 900 souls watching today, and I really do appreciate it. In and out, you know what I mean? So I know a slew of people came through to chop it up with me and chop it up with Diana. Big thank you, huge thank you to Diana for being on, Diana Irion. And of course, huge thank you to Gisela K of Grizzly True Crime for coming on to the show and chopping it up with us and blessing us with a little map time. I love her map times, real talk. It lays out everything so beautifully, and it makes you think about what's really going on logistically. So shout out to Grizzly True Crime and all you Grizzlies out there that are putting in the emojis out here. I really do appreciate all y'all for being here. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button over here on my channel, but please go and subscribe to Grizzly True Crime. Go over there, find her, check her stuff out. She's extremely informative. As you can see, she's a wonderful soul. Show some support. Subscribe over there as well. But anyway, it is time to get going. I appreciate all y'all. Stay blessed out there. Keep your eyes open. And let's bring this young woman home. Let's bring Naomi home. All right? I'll see you guys soon. It's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. Oh, and please follow me on Twitter. The Pascal Show, one word. I'm starting to put a lot more information out there whenever I'm about to go live, especially with some exclusive interviews and all that. Please join my Twitter. And of course, if you want to, hit up my Discord. We have a really great community over there as well. So anyway, be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys very, very soon. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.